Good afternoon, Friday, April 18th. It's Easter weekend, so happy Easter, everybody. Kind of calm before the storm. It's been cloudy, and I thought it was supposed to be windy today, but it's just occasional breeze here and there. But I think we all know what's coming. A rerun of last week, so a lot of rain, unfortunately. Talking 3 to 4 inches of rain. Tonight, possible severe storms and scattered severe but heavy rain. Certainly Saturday, maybe a little less Sunday, but it continues on Sunday. So kind of a washout starting late tonight or tonight, once it becomes dark. And it's going to rain. It's going to rain some more and keep on raining. So these bunkers that we have back into shape pretty good are going to be trashed again, and we'll just one day at a time get them back. So big talks or carts are off paths. Got some over here. A reminder that it's 90 degrees, no restrictions, so you can drive in the rough, and I am promoting that I prefer as much traffic as possible in the rough right now. Zoysia's still coming out of dormancy. It's greening up a little more every day, though. It's looking a little better every day. I think after these rains, if we can get some sustained warm temperatures, they're going to really start blowing up. So obviously, a lot of talk as well about some of these areas like this. So we battle winter kill just about every year to some extent. This 17 fairway, this is probably the worst. There's a couple more that are kind of rough as well, but this is kind of out of our hands. We do everything in our power and all the practices we can to make sure the turf and the soil are healthy and working together, and combating funguses and fertilizing and trying to keep Poa out of it, and then trying to keep Bermuda out of it. So we put a lot of time and practices and chemicals and money into these fairways. Unfortunately, Mother Nature always has the upper hand. So it was a pretty brutal winter, worst winter I can remember in multiple years. Certainly in the 10 years that I've been here, it's the worst winter. So that's kind of what we're seeing, and it's no surprise. Anyone who's played other golf courses around town see the same. Some courses are worse than others. I'm going to assume that we're in the moderate to pretty bad, but I've seen a few other golf courses. They had some areas. So we typically give Zoysia until the first couple weeks of May. By then we know what's coming back and what's not coming back. So first, second week of May, we'll start taking notes, start taking square footage, if you will, and we'll be getting the sod cutter rolling and get this stuff prepared in time for June's larger crowds with the member guests and things like that. It sucks for sure. We just want to keep moving on and use our manpower and our time and our budget expenses on other areas and making other areas better. But sometimes you have to repair areas as well. So you might ask, is this a drainage issue? We all know that I'm on 17. This is the driest hole on the golf course at all times, so this can't be a drainage issue here. It's not that it was too wet. Maybe it's because it's up or higher and more exposed to the elements. But regardless, there's always weaker areas, and these weak areas right now are showing their face, and unfortunately it's not fun to look at. So enough of that. Let's go back to the good. The greens are getting better every day. We had one opportunity this week with no wind, so we fertilized greens on Wednesday. So they're gonna pick up some nutrients. They're pretty much filled in all the way from aerification. So I'm ready for those nutrients to kick in. ready for the soil temps to kick in, and then we'll start with our typical apps of growth regulator to get these plants really sucked down and get our speeds up a little bit. So it's all good there. All good there on the greens. Just roughs are crazy healthy. We're gonna just keep mowing, and yeah, just wait on the zoysia. So have a great weekend. Remember, let's keep the carts in the rough as much as possible. You know, we don't need to be driving the carts through the damaged areas where we're hoping for some recovery. So let's try to keep traffic to a minimum on those areas, okay? Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.